First, just, man, what a great week last week. It was huge to watch how the seasons unfolded in conference play with two tough ones, but being able to take losses and learning from them. I'm really, truly believe that I'm watching my team gel. And then obviously now with first day of school back, man, just a lot of buzz is going on besides the two big wins we had. Obviously our players are back in class, and I'm urging all our students for Sunday's game to come out and support. I was aware that there was a ticket problem that they had to occur that they fixed. So now those tickets are available for our game on Sunday. So I'm asking all our students to show up. And then obviously we're working extremely hard for a great opportunity at Tennessee. So just really, really excited where this team is at and where we're going.
You said you kind of seen your team gel a little bit. I mean, when you get all these new players together, you probably don't really know what to expect whenever they hit adversity.
Yeah.
What did you learn from your team after those first two games to come back the way that y'all did and win the next two?
Yeah, a lot. I kind of talked about with Batman first, with Anaya Russell and Jerkayla Jordan. They're two special players, and I've been preaching to them when you look at teams across the country, whether it's UConn with AZ Fudd and Paige. You got Notre Dame with Hannah Hidalgo and Olivia Miles. I can go for days. You got to have two players that can work together and play together, and I think their chemistry is coming on as strong as anybody. And what I was excited was it has nothing to do with scoring. I think the beginning play of the Georgia game, Anaya comes down and throws an unbelievable corner pass to Poe. Jerk gets doubled in the Oklahoma game. It throws out an unbelievable pass. So for them to be able to threats on the top of the score, but also get our team involved to allow them to play to our strength, that's what I think I've seen the most, and that's where I'm excited of where we're going. And then what was the second question? I'm sorry. That was it? Okay. I'm still waking up with all the school coming back in. I'm trying to make sure all my kids go to class. Sorry.
Or straight across front row, we'll go Benjamin.
Yeah, looking at Tennessee here, I mean, a lot of extremes stand out on some of their team stats. Obviously, they score as well as anyone in the country, and they also take the ball away as well as just about anyone in the country. So what sort of stands out to you about them? What concerns you about looking at their team?
Yeah, so our kind of theme for the Scout is weather the storm, right? They're going to do stuff that, you know what, it's just it's a different brand of basketball. But within that different brand, you really got to be able to read between the lines. I think Oklahoma, who we just beat them at Tennessee, they had 30-plus turnovers. And I know we've all been in this room joking about taking care of the ball, where this is a game where if you're maybe in the 30 range, you got a chance to win. Now, if you're in the 40 range, I'll be walking home. All right, so let's pray we don't get to 40. But you got to take care of the basketball. You got to own the paint. They'll send 4 to 5 people to the boards. They're just relentless. So you've got to be great with box outs. But, within this style of play, all right, it's a dancing party. You can come after us, but then if you're going to send that many people and we do secure the ball, we do take care of it without them with turning it over in the backcourt. I think one of our biggest strengths is we're a 4-on-3 team. Like in that Georgia game, we had, I think, 3 possessions where we made 8 to 9 passes, and we were moving that thing. It was beautiful basketball. So I'm a team where I don't have to run sets. We can attack to score. So that's a fun game that I've been trying to show clips to my team that can occur. And then also, like I said, because they send 4 to the boards, if you can secure the rebounds and you can get out, LSU in their game, they showed that you can get easy transition opportunity because they're willing to gamble. And if you do that, then the stat I think everybody needs to watch is what our field goal percentage is, because for as many turnovers as you might have in this game, if you're 50% from the field or 55, then you got a great chance to win this game. You got to make shots.
Well, it looked like in that first half of the Georgia game, you guys are maybe going to break some sort of three-point record with all the makes that were going in.
Yeah.
What do you think was just working at the three-point range, and what can you maybe build from that and sustain moving forward?
Yeah, so obviously I talked about this right after November. Christmas is a time when we always get better, right? Obviously today's the first day of school, but we've been in the gym The kids have been willing to do extra workouts because we're legally allowed to. So we've been doing morning sessions with extra shooting and then coming back for practice. So I think it's just a testimony to them for their hard work. And then also a testimony to, like we keep saying, we're gelling. We're finding Debrisha Poe now, right? I mentioned it, I think it was the Kentucky game. She only had 3 shots. That's not enough for Debrisha Poe. I thought Denham had the play of the game at the end of the half where she comes down and throws an unbelievable up pass that was a dagger just to give us a lift. So they're finding each other. They're putting in the work, and I think that's a testimony to why you're seeing so many threes go in currently right now.
Coach Medina had her best offensive game Sunday in SEC play. What did you see from her, and what can she keep doing to improve on that end of the floor?
Yeah, so Coach Castro's done a phenomenal job with her, and Coach Williams and Tony Dukes of just working with her one-on-one behind the scenes. First and foremost, we're a big film team. We're a big self-evaluation, which I kind of talked about. How can we self-improve? When you look at her numbers, they're off the chart in field goal percentage, but one glaring thing is usually her assist to turnover. So just trying to help her understand where she could slow down, where she can have more counter moves in her post game, and then again, testimony to her for just putting in the work, and then now watching it come to life. So she's, again, just keeps on growing and growing. It's fun to watch. I mean, we went from the game at Oklahoma where she makes a full court dribble and Euro step to in the post, she's faking passes out and she's scoring block to block. So here she comes at the right time, and also Near and Kayla are too. So I'm excited about my bigs.
Hey, Coach. No question, Jerkin and I have been fantastic these past few games. But talk about the confidence you have in the whole depth of your roster and really how they've been stepping up as well.
Yeah. I told them, the beautiful thing about losses is you can learn a lot. And I think we learned a lot from South Carolina. When you look at them, I think still they're the number 1 team, even though UCLA's ranked number 1. 1, 2. South Carolina doesn't have a kid who scores over 11 points. They're a team. And that's what I've been preaching with this group is we have a lot of special pieces. So if our bench can understand that you don't have to have a mentality that you have to be a starter to have success here, but value the minutes you come off the bench, then we can be a special team. And I think they're believing that. You look at someone like Kayla who might get 3 to 5 minutes. She's highly effective. She hits body, and boy, does she make the value of her time. Destiny McFall is absolutely playing lights out right now for the last 3 games. Chandler is my anchor. She'll hit you. She's physical. She plays fast. So it's really cool to watch these different personalities come on and make our team stronger.
We'll go Robbie.
Kind of just looking ahead to Ole Miss.
Yeah.
I mean, for you've been here now for 3 years, and I know you understand the importance of that. But what does that game mean for your program to go up against Coach Yo and that team and that rivalry?
Yeah, no, first and foremost, I always said that this game's for the fans, right? We understand being here at Mississippi State, the Mississippi State-Ole Miss rivalry. I think it's a really cool weekend for basketball here this weekend that the men play, obviously, before us against Ole Miss, right? And then, obviously, we play on Sunday. So I think that's just going to be a great vibe. And then there's a pride factor that you want to represent the state. But then I've always, like I said, I have tremendous respect for that program. Since coming here, Coach Yo's done a phenomenal job of taking that program to the next level. They're a top 25 program. I know they just fell out, but they're next receiving votes. She has a ton of returned experience. So, we've got to make sure that we're really dialed in. And again, in a game like that last year went to overtime at their place, and we were fortunate to win here. It's been an absolute war, and I'm expecting nothing less. And that's why I'm, asking our students and our fan base to show up and show out like never before, because again, when we play at the hump here and we're loud, man, it's just a huge advantage for us, and we're going to need that here Sunday.
I was going to ask about Ole Miss too, but
Yeah.
I know you're focused right now probably more on Tennessee, but have you gotten a look yet at Ole Miss or watched them play, or do you know much about what their team is right now?
No, I watched them early in the year. Obviously, when they played USC, it was one of the opening games for college basketball out in Paris. So, again, I'm very familiar with them just because I have obviously studied them this summer and the past years. They're just extremely athletic. They're well coached. They're dogs. They take on her personality. They play hard, and they love to defend. And then I think, like South Carolina, she's done a phenomenal job of getting more offensive players. She's got a special freshman right now that's got a chance to be freshman of the year. So again, with returned experience, with a lot of newcomers, they're a tough team, and they're gonna bring it for 4 quarters.
Any more questions for Coach? All right.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Yep. Have a great day. Thanks for showing up, guys.